بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Some of the people say that they hear worshipping has got three meanings. One is worshipping, and the other one is the obedience. The third one is enslavement or servitude. They believe that all of the three kinds and three categories of the ibadat are specified for Allah, but one has to differentiate between the different categories of the enslavement or the servitude. The devotion and worshipping is speciality of Allah. No one else can be worshipped, and no one else can be believed in as a god or deserving person to be worshipped. But as far as other two types of ibadat are concerned, that means the obedience of Allah and His Apostle and the good people is also necessary. As Quran says, مَن يُطِعِ الرَّسُولَ فَقَدْ أَطَاعَ اللَّهَ. Whosoever obeys the orders of the Holy Prophet, he is believed to have obeyed the order of Allah. Means the obedience of the Holy Prophet is also obedience of Allah. And in addition to that, وَاتَّبِعْ سَبِيلَ مَنْ أَنَابَ إِلَيَّ, you would have to follow and obey the person who has obeyed Allah. Means the obedience of Allah is also necessary, being Allah, and the obedience to the Holy Prophet is also necessary, being the Prophet of Allah, and the obedience of the holy people is also necessary, being the holy person and very submissive and very, very obedient to Allah. And as far as servitude is concerned, servitude is also lawful for other than Allah. When Nabi Kareem ﷺ was alive, all of the companions of the Holy Prophet were surrounding the Holy Prophet. Allah said, قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ. O my Holy Prophet asked the people, O my servants, O my slaves. Here this Ya is a personal pronoun for first person singular number. This qualifies the Holy Prophet because Kul is the reporting verb and Ya Ibadi is reported speech which is attributed to Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So in this way, this Ya would qualify and would go to the Holy Prophet. The antecedent of this Ya, personal pronoun, is singular number and a first person. This qualifies the Holy Prophet, which means that, O my Holy Prophet, say to your slaves, La taqnatu min rahmatillah, don't be disappointed from the blessing of Allah. Means being the servant and enslaved and slaves of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they would be pardoned and they would be blessed, provided that the Holy Prophet confirms their slavery and their obedience. And Hazrat Farooq Azam was reported in Ibn Majah Sharif. Hazrat Shahriullah Muhaddis Delvi, in his book Izalat al-Khifa and Khilafat al-Khulafa, refers to Riyaz al-Nadra by Muhibbuddin Tabari. He writes that once upon a time, Hazrat Farooq Azam was sitting on the pulpit of Medina Tayyibah. Some of the audience asked him when he was in front of the Holy Prophet. He said, كُنْتُ مَعَ النَّبِيِّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ وَكُنْتُ عَبْدَهُ وَخَادِمَهُ. I have been with Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but I was just a servant of the Holy Prophet and I was slave of the Holy Prophet. Once upon a time, Hazrat Farooq Azam was asked about his present status when he was sovereign of the country, and the country, a Muslim country, was the superpower in the world, and no one was there to confront Hazrat Farooq Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said, what your position is nowadays? He said, Masali kamasali jamalin anifin yatba'u qa'idahu falyanzur qa'iduhu ayya wajhin yaquduhu. So my position is just like a camel with a trace in its nose, and he follows the camel driver. I am a camel of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and my Holy Prophet is my driver. I have got no interference in the policy matter. I have got the unquestioning obedience. My duty is to obey Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam without any question. So unquestioning obedience is a right of the Holy Prophet. And Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu anhu said, I am nowadays a slave of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. As a slave has got no interference in the policy matter, I have got no interference in the policy matter. All of the policies framed by the Holy Prophet would be implemented, and I have got no right to change them, to alter them, or to repair them. My duty is to follow Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It means that the slavery of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is also from the necessities of belief, necessity of Iman. Shaykh Abdullah Sahib Muhaddis Dehlvi writes about his father in his book Anfasul Arifin. He says that his father, Shaykh Abdul Rahim, was a very pious person residing in Medina Tayyibah, and in those days there was a person with the name of Abdul Nabi Kashashi. Abdul Nabi Kashashi was dealing in the old thing. The old articles were being sold by him, and he was working like a person living in Medina Tayyibah as a beggar. But he was the top most senior holy person in the Islamic world, and Shaykh Abdul Rahim Sahib was getting the lesson of spirituality and Sufism from that person, and his name was Abdul Nabi Kashashi. Abdul Nabi means the slave of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The last leader of the syntactics is Abdul Rasul, who was one of the greatest scholar of etymology and syntactics. He is also named Abdul Rasul. So it means that the slavery of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is a title and is a prominence for the Muslims. And all of the people who believes in Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as a prophet, their duty is to believe themselves to be slave of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.